another episode of the Moon Day Oracles. This is for this week, Monday, April 14th, all the way up till April 20th. Today we are just hours away from the full moon in Libra and the lunar eclipse. So that's really exciting. I feel the build up today. It's affecting me in all sorts of different ways, but in the end, it's exciting. To be noted, I think this is probably the 7th time I've recorded the Moon Day Oracles today because of technological difficulties. I'm still figuring out my camera and how to work through the video, so I was using that for a while, but then decided to just switch to the good old Mac and photo booth. So we're going to go ahead with this, and I trust that it's all going to work out from here. So this week is intense. This week is still intense. If you caught last week's episode of the Moon Day Oracles, which are sort of like a psychic weather report, for those of you who haven't seen them, you'll know that we talked a lot about the intense energies that are happening in April. And now we're in the thick of it. We're in the build-up. We're totally in it. What I like to describe this time as is optimistic chaos. The fact that there's a lunar eclipse that is meeting up with the full moon means that the full moon, the effects of the full moon are intensified, as well as the shadow aspects of this moon and the shadow aspects of this time are also very intensified. So we'll be experiencing a lot of interesting shadow parts of ourselves that are coming up in new and interesting and exciting ways to be released this week, especially over the next 24 hours if you're catching this on the Monday or the Tuesday. This week it's interesting because full moons tend to affect everybody differently, of course. We're all different people. We all have different astrology in our charts. We're all going through different life phases at any given moment. But this moon in particular is affecting everybody quite differently. And that feeling of chaos, creative chaos, optimistic chaos, transformational chaos, but nevertheless chaos is in the air. So if you're feeling a lot of pressure on you right now, or if you're feeling overwhelmed or up and down all over the place, if there's any major dilemmas happening in your life, know that it's the transformational times of the season. And the best tool we have right now is our tool of allowing everything to flow through us instead of resisting the changes, because some really, really good things are happening, some really, really powerful shifts and changes are occurring and are on their way. However, in order to get there with a certain element of peace in our lives, it's really important that we can just allow our feelings, allow the frustrations, allow the stress, allow the love, allow the joy, allow everything that comes through us. A really, really helpful way to allow is to practice meditation in your life. So let's all close our eyes for just a second here and tune in and connect and meditate for a moment. And yeah, it'll be really fun. So close your eyes with me. Start to breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. And say, repeat me in your mind or aloud, whatever works for you. I choose to allow the energy of the times to move through me, with me, and around me. I allow myself to feel however I feel, and I allow the powerful energy of the now to glide through me without resistance. Thank you for the help, Spirit, God, Universe, Goddess. During this transformative time, I welcome your presence in my life. All right, you can open your eyes whenever you're ready. So our best tools right now are to go inwards, to allow the process of this time to unfold, as well as there's a lot of intense energy right now. So a lot of people around you might be experiencing some really potent inner shifts or some potent inner turmoil. it's nice to hold space for other people, but actually this month it's more important to make sure that you're not surrounding yourself with anybody who doesn't feel good for you, who doesn't feel good in your vibration. It's really important this month to spend time in places and with people that feed you, that feed your soul, that nourish you. And if they don't, know that you have the opportunity to have some amazing alone time or some amazing time in nature. Um, some amazing time watching some funny movies and laughing. Don't force yourself to be around people or situations that don't feel good to you this month. Um, other things that are happening this week is also quite interesting because the full moon, we're usually building up to the full moon, and then after the full moon, that's kind of that pinnacle of that powerful energy, and then we sort of go and dissipate from there up until the new moon. It's more about introspection and rest, as a general. But this time is interesting because we have the astrological event known as the Grand Cross building up in intensity up until April 23rd is when it hits its peak. So we're actually continuing in intensity even after the full moon, and we're also heading to another eclipse, a solar eclipse, at the end of the month as well. So this month we're not getting as much of that, that rest coming into the new moon as we usually do. We're just building in intensity and intensity. It makes a lot of sense because it's springtime, the new energies are here, and the earth is giving us a boost. And there's just a lot of energy happening, so it's a really beautiful thing. So the things to keep in mind this week are the optimistic chaos is in the air. Everybody's going to be going through something different, but either way, it's probably going to feel quite big and quite transformative. Shadow sides, shadow aspects of ourselves are really going to be highlighted in certain ways, especially wherever Libra falls within our charts. You can go and see where Libra falls within your chart if you go search astrological birth chart on Google. I usually go to Astro Cafe. You plug in your birth time and you can get to see where Libra falls in your chart. And you can do lots of Google and further research within that, but it's always nice to know when there's a full moon what sign it's in and how that affects you. But if you don't know where Libra falls within your chart, it's all good. Just know that it is a transformative time right now. Allow yourself to feel the way that you do. Make sure you're surrounding yourself with good people who feel good to you. If situations don't feel good to you, give yourself permission to leave. And the final thing too is it's a really good time this month to take action in the way that your soul is calling you to do. So action can be anything. Action doesn't necessarily mean super big, grand actions. My cat just that scared my cat. It can also mean, like my cat is doing, relaxing and doing nothing. But it takes action to create a night where we have that whole night to ourselves to just read a book and have a bath. It takes that action of clearing our schedule and giving us the courage to do nothing. Likewise, you might feel very compelled to act on projects, business projects in your life. Developing relationships to a new level, whatever your soul is calling for you to do, there's a lot of energy that's really helping us and giving us that boost to take action in the way that we would, would serve us. So it's gonna be a good week. It's gonna be an intense week, and if there's anything that just allow everything to pass through you. It's gonna be a wild ride for the next few weeks, but we're going in a really, really amazing direction, and there's a lot of optimism surrounding this time. So yeah, it feels good. I'm stoked. So this week I will see you on the Facebook page. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm available via the Facebook page or through my website, bethkatherine.com. You can get in touch and always book a one-on-one session if you feel like you need a little bit more guidance. In the one-on-one sessions, I work with your spirit guides and angels to deliver any insights that you might need to know right now, and they're always quite transformative and powerful, and I really enjoy doing them. So definitely, if you need some support, reach out. And finally, if you enjoyed this video, if you got something out of it, if you loved it, I would love it if you could share it with 2 of your friends and just spread that awareness that cosmic shifts do affect us and moon cycles really affect us as females. So I would love it if you could, get Facebook out right now, or get your email out, or grab a friend and share it with 2 people in your life who you really feel would benefit. So much love to you. Have a brilliant week ahead,